Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Crusader Kings 2. I have a confession to make. It has been at least 2 weeks since I've recorded something in this playthrough, and for those of you who have been watching this series, you probably noticed that episodes last week, and that would have been the week of, let's get a calendar out, the week of April the 7th were relatively sporadic, and that's largely because I had recorded an immense amount and then didn't record anything for like 2 weeks. Some of that stems from me taking a little bit of a break from this to do some work that needed to be done. Also, I was playing a co-op series with a friend of mine, basically relearning Stellaris because it was the first Paradox game that I was introduced to. And if you played it, I guess that would have been about 2.5 years ago, maybe a year and a half ago. We'll just call it 2 years. When Stellaris was released, the base game compared to where let's see. Yeah, the base game compared to where it's at today, it's quite different. They've made some really amazing changes to it. So we were relearning that, and I thought about recording that. But the first 2 or 3 games that we started were just more learning points, and I really hate that I didn't record the last one, or the one that we're playing right now, because I thought it was going to be a little dull. But it turns out that it's pretty much been Perpetual War, which has been quite entertaining for us. And I think it would have been entertaining to record, but I haven't recorded anything like that anything related to any game, largely because I've been doing that, and we stay up way too late, and then I have to immediately go to bed. Another reason is because Imperial Rome will be here in a whopping 11 days, and also need to do some research related to that, because it is something that I could dive into completely blind, which I kind of thought would be rather hilarious, but I actually want to and have been doing some research on game mechanics and watching Paradox play and whatnot, as well as I think there are a couple of streamers who have gotten advanced copies. I know Marzabir, who is amazing in general. If you have never seen his streams or his YouTube channel, go look it up. His XCOM 2 series are amazing. He's a fantastic Civ player as well, and he got to test that out. Quill is another one who's had some playtime at it, and I would have to think that, given Arumba's expertise, that he's probably been able to play it as well, because that guy's just ridiculous in such a good way. But anyways, I've been trying to learn that, because while this series will continue, I wholeheartedly expect that a lot of my time will be divvied up between this and Imperator for quite some time. In addition to that, I did last Friday night pick up the Shattered World campaign with a friend of mine, and we made some decent headway into that, and I'm assuming that the next time we pick that up, which could be this week, that we'll record some episodes, because it's that game's unique in and of itself, but I'll speak to that when we record again. So I've already wasted 4 minutes. I'm going to let this episode go 25 minutes, but that's kind of where we're at. I'll keep trying to pump out an episode or 2 of this a night, which should give me more than enough material. And in the event that I have an off night where I'm not slogging away at Stellaris with a buddy of mine, I'll record a lot in advance, and we may jump up to 2 episodes a day. The plan still is to convert this to EU4. I did a test run with that, and the world was quite weird. But nevertheless, it was actually going to be a rather unique world in and of itself, and I think we can actually get this to a point where it's even more unique. And that ultimately is the goal. There is a chance that my Stellaris friend and I, you've probably seen him on the Civ streams, Josh. We have toyed around with the idea that if we finish the Stellaris game and we still have like a week left, we very well may do a Man the Guns Hearts of Iron game, which I think could be really fun, especially since Man the Guns has been out now. And it brings a lot of amazing features as well as some pretty cool quality of life changes that you could only get through modding before. So let's dive into this. In the last episode that I don't remember because it's been far too long, I do remember we had this wonderful little holy war and we took back Germany, but there's still parts of Europe that are controlled by Muslims, which that is what it is. It'll be interesting to see if we go after anything else in Europe or if the Pope decides that we're actually going to finally quest for Jerusalem. If you'll remember, if we want to we had the Children's Crusade, which utterly failed for many reasons. And then we had the crusade to take back, I believe it was Aquitaine, and that happened. And then we had the crusade to take back Germany. And then that's pretty much where we're at. So we're playing as King something, the missionary of Poland. He's a rather pious man with a son who is landed. So I've got to dive back into this, and that's what we're going to do. Let's see, we got one title. We can we can usurp the Duchy of Lithuania. Yeah, that's fine. We can press ducal claims against Bohemia. We can usurp this title, which we may want to do that. Who holds this? We could give that title, and they may go to war. So let's actually take a look at that. Let's do some... So this is the de jure Duchy of Lithuania. We can usurp that title. Is there someone we could give this to that... He is a blood relative. My nephew. He is not... We could always give that to my nephew, and maybe they'll do some work for us. Or do we give it to the strongest man alive, which I think is going to be this guy. Maybe. He's still got tribes. I don't think he's the strongest man alive. I think this gentle fellow may be the guy that we want to give it to. So let's see what... Okay, if we want to usurp this title... 100 gold, check. Prestige, yep. Alright, so we're gonna go down to this guy. We're gonna grant you a landed title. Yes, I believe that's what we want to do. Alright, so that clears that up. Oh, excuse me. I just randomly started watering. Hooray for living in perpetual pollen. So, we've kind of got that taken care of, which is nice, because I just want to check this out. Oh boy. Yeah, we'll just give you money. I hate to spend it, but that's okay. Alright, I need to pause this because I really haven't let the game run. So you are the... So you literally have just one claim. Well, that's lovely. You won't take vassalization. That's sad. What about you? I don't think anybody will take vassalization. Well, that's unfortunate. You are the High Chief. You really don't want that. False religion. What? No. It's because you have a bad opinion of me? What if I do this now? Still no. Who is your de jure liege? Oh. Well, unfortunately, you're still like Novgorod, so that's not going to happen. We just wasted money, which is pretty much par for the course. In the meantime, we do have money that we don't want to spend just yet. We want to keep saving it. Oh, that's not good. We've got some uber powerful vassals. Are you? No, you're not solo. That's unfortunate. But that's just part of it. So we will continue to slog on and see what happens. I need to continually pay attention to the map. I don't think we're going to go... I'm going to assume that it's going to be quite some time before we go to another crusade. But it is worth noting the Byzantines have a revolt going on. And one of our chancellors died. We need a new steward. And a new steward we shall have. There we go. Alright, so... Vassal inheritance warning. That's really not that troublesome to me. It's just going to create a super duke, which is unfortunate. Alright, so this is one of our children. He's not really good. He's ugly. Celibate's okay with me. Your best stat is learning. We'll make you study. And I say best stat, I mean that's really poor. Zeros across the board, and then that, wow. Really, really poor. Something else that I need to look at, because I'm jumping back into this, is we could take tolerance. I'm not sure it's worth it. Now, I do think it would be worth it to look into noble customs. And I think that's what we're going to hold out for on that front. Shipbuilding, not that I don't have any use for it, but I don't have any use for it right now. So there we are on that. Let's see. I'm sure we have some minor titles. Yep. Who do we need rep with? The lowest. Yep, you master of the hunt. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Alright, so we'll let this run out, because I paused this game and not played enough of it. Just looking for openings. You have a daughter. Let us see if we can arrange a betrothal. She's 1. How about to this son? You would accept that. Let's do that, because I think we can eventually get that in our fold. And it also just gives us new land. You are this Finland. If I remember this, Finland is drunk. Yeah, that's right. Finland was very drunk. But good for them, I think. I don't know. Is that really good for them? Because this probably will come up. Alright, so we finally a keep has been built. Is that the only thing we were building? I believe so. No, we're building upgrading keeps here. Oh, we're about to have another round of stuff trigger. Let's let it trigger. What says you, Peanut Gallery? Bizarre and encounter about this guy. Let's just... I'm not looking to rip apart the realm just yet. Maybe later. Alright, so there's another keep. Let's let all this kind of finish out. And I do want to look at our military. So, yeah, our army levy is not that bad. It could be better. Considering he's pious and he's really not a warrior, I can live with that. Now, in terms of our retinue cap, we can build more. And I think we definitely owe it to ourselves. So, right now, when we look at this, this is our retinue. And those are some really small numbers for me, but it looks like we have 800 light, 300 heavy, 550 light cavalry, and 150 archers. Alright. We want to add to this, and this is heavy infantry and archers, light infantry and archers. I want more cav. Apparently I can't do that. Oh, because it's 900 retinue cap, and we don't really have that to spend right now. So we're just going to hold off on that. Let some of this stuff finish completing and go for probably another round of upgrades. Such as like this. Light cavalry plus 40. Castle Town is very tempting. That's tempting as well. But let's go to our lands that are not upgraded. Such as this one that really could use either of these. Big time either of these. Let's just be very honest about this. Militia training ground. I think we're going to do a barracks here. And y'all will get another barracks as well. And oh god, oh yeah, this is our new holding within the province of Krakow. I guess we probably will go for barracks here as well. This is our lovely hospital. And then what's the cheapest? I think we'll do that. Alright, so we're now below 500. We're going to hold off on upgrades. And did everything else upgrade. So we should have 2 level 2 keeps that are turning. There's one of them. Call for the court physician. We don't need this young man to die. And let's see where else we are. What does this do to our retinue cap? Still not there. I want that, and I can't do that. Any interest in learning more about roses? Is that really roses? Yeah, sure thing. We'll learn about botany. Why not? No, we're not going to do that. I'm not doing that whatsoever. Heretic ruler you want me to go after? Pfft. You're right. I'm assuming that didn't hurt our learning too bad. You know, this king really isn't that bad. I keep, like, ripping on him for all that good stuff. I don't think these Let's see. Did we raise our retinue cap any? I guess the truth of the matter would be go somewhere that needs a keep that can be upgraded, which we may not have that whatsoever. So, well, this was a bit of a housekeeping episode to let y'all know where I am and where I stand. We're gonna have to look for some openings, and my gut says, because I'm gonna pause it and take a look at some stuff. My gut says we're probably, unless this guy is like, no. I can go ahead and tell you exactly what we're gonna be doing. Cheeky. Okay. We really don't need as much land from him as I thought. Bohemia is more the problem, because we pretty much need all of Bohemia proper. How to dismantle them professionally is going to be a unique issue that we need to settle. We only need pretty much that right there, and we've got a chunk of it. So if we could just somehow carve like this out of Bohemia, that would be really nice. All right, so for more reference, how are we doing here? 80%, and we own what, roughly half of it? Yeah, I mean, we pretty much would have to somehow join the crowns of Bohemia and Poland together. You know what? That could be a possibility. You have a daughter. He's already married. That is unfortunate. Well, I do have another son. Oh, he's dead. Never. How did he die? Died of poor physique. That's unfortunate. All right, guys. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed it. As always, thank you for continuing to watch and subscribe and like. I do appreciate that greatly. And I will catch y'all next time in the next episode. Be good.